Another day here at Barstool Radio. We're talking Mean Girls. I feel like I went to bat for them like as hard as humanly possible, and like thought maybe we broke through and like there was going to be a change, and we invited them to judge the OnlyFans pageant we had yesterday, which would have been perfect for them to be in and like, you know, make a good effort, and just ghosted on us.
Yeah, so I talked to Alex today about that because I caught wind of it because I asked if they're in the office. She said she was sick, not really an excuse to not get back to you. So they're done.
Oh, they're done?
Yeah.
Fired?
No,
or like just not?
No, her contract was up, so
wow.
It was in the midst of whether we're going to renew it.
Breaking news.
I was
Barstool
not happy
Radio.
in light of everything going on around here with layoffs and the speeches I've given.
Yeah,
when I heard
weird.
that story, it wasn't exactly what I wanted to hear. I do like Alex a lot. I don't know Jordan nearly as well as I do
So yeah,
Alex.
wait, what is that like?
They'll both be done, yeah. I mean, Jordan, they were both up.
Okay.
Like Alex was up, Jordan was coming up.
When is it up? Like right now?
She had like 2 weeks left. So it was like
Jordan did? And Alex was already done.
Alex was already done. So it's like, are we renewing or not? And to be honest, based on some of the decisions, maybe they weren't planning on staying anyways.
I think that's where they were.
And now it's like, am I going to give them the IP, which I'm inclined to do. I don't really have a grudge. And if they can go do something with it on their own, probably more power to them.
We had that discussion.
Take the news.
I got to talk to Jordan still. I did text her. I talked to Alex, and again, I was pretty blunt. I was like, she said she didn't feel well. I've been pretty clear. I'm pretty blunt.
That was
in terms of the situation, and I've been very clear. You know what has to be done, and the fact they didn't even get back to Kevin about it really bothered me.
Yeah,
so she was like, sorry.
I just texted them the day. We planned it the week before. They were excited. They were all in. And the day of, while we were recording KFC Radio, John, I'm getting texts being like, we got the guys over here, we got the judges over here, but I don't see Mean Girls anywhere. So like 2:30, like as everything was unfolding, I texted them like, where are you girls at? And not only was it like, there was no excuse, like nothing back, zero. Not even like later that night I was sick or just nada. And like, you know, I'm not the boss by no means, but like I have done a lot. I've tried hard for those girls here. To not even hear back was like, geez.
Yeah.
Wait, so what was their response to
So Alex appreciated it. Like I said, I think for better or for worse, I'm pretty straight with people. So she's like, I do appreciate it. Like, I understand everything you're saying, and you've been pretty straightforward. So I appreciate it.
Was
I feel
there
bad.
any like fight for it? No. Because I think
No,
I think they
were
were
leaving
on
anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah,
So
they
maybe
may
this
be
is-
leaving anyways. From what I've seen, they're doing a lot more like influencer type stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like solo. I don't know.
You think they stay together?
Yeah, I do. I think they will. Again, I think Alex is a little strange. Not strange, but
Situation strange.
she was very, very, like she was determined to work here. That's what she said. She's like, I get what this is. I get how like.
People say that, but sometimes it's like I don't think you do, because
Right.
then you're
well,
not
I said
doing
that.
it.
It's like, well, you should know how I'd react to like
Yeah.
this latest thing, and she's like, yeah, I do. So,
the last conversation I had with them, I said, if you're gonna do Barstool, you gotta do it and come in and be a part of shit. But also, if you don't want to do it, like I think we are used to a world for the last like 15 years where this is like the greatest place in the world to work and there's no other option and no other things to do. I think it's changed a little bit. You can be on your own. I don't know if there's any other company like this.
if you're not going to
but,
be part of it, you better be overwhelmingly successful.
Right, because otherwise this is the best place to succeed. But I will say the only thing that that did stick with me was when people were saying come to the office. They were like, well, when we did come to the office, everybody shit on us. And when they said that to me, I was like, I think these girls are checked out.
That was like one Kelly Keys. I don't think people were going up.
No,
to
no,
them.
no.
But the office like
No.
celebrated that.
No,
Yeah.
there was a different. I said this
These
on
guys
last
all
time.
try to say that it's like not different, and I'm like, guys, it's fucking
100%.
different. Come on,
That
it's
is
different.
absolute garbage. It was
Yeah.
it was a different vibe of hate or busting balls where it was true. It was like a Trista Crick vibe where it was true. Like we want you to fail and suffer, and it's like. It was different,
But then even that all being said, because like that's where I was going to bat with them, to do this eventually, it's like that aside, you have to even just honor your contract, come to work, we're paying you money, all that stuff. So
The full ghost is crazy.
crazy,
That's
man.
crazy.
That's just
1,000
yo,
times worse
like,
than the
come on,
tweet last week.
don't like. Do you respect me as a person? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I'm
And
not
if
your
it's,
boss,
like,
but like,
not the most. I get if it's like there are difficult times, like come in, you don't want to deal with the bullshit and talk about everything that's going on. But at the same time, it's like if
The
you're being
difficult
paid
times
to do
thing
that.
is
When I say
like-
difficult times, as in like you get some shit online, I just don't want to deal with it, but you kind of have to.
yeah, you're not going through cancer here.
But I even like we kind of joked about like personal life stuff. Like I think everyone's had personal life stuff that
Totally.
you have to go to work still.
Bro.
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, we live in a fantasy land where, like,
I did say, kind of in with the Clemmer situation, I was saying like, there are set rules at Barstool that people get accustomed to.
Yeah.
But those rules are fantasy land.
Yeah, right,
So if
right.
at any moment you decide to be like,
Like-
hey, we got to be real
right.
life, real world.
the fantasy land
that
rules
ends.
that at times I've heard traffic. I had
Right.
a child.
Right.
Like things
Who
that
said
are
that?
like things that are
Arizona Bridge.
like
Child.
When he blamed a bridge, that was the best.
Tommy Lights. Tommy Lights, like, remember Tommy Lights, like, going to the office at, like, noon. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, there's rush hour traffic. And that philosophy is maintained for a long time. And it's also, we've changed, like, we used to blog till 1 a.m. Like, I would be up like, so, yeah, you didn't have to be in at 9 because you were working till 1 or 2. That's not, I don't think a lot of people are doing that now. So so why aren't you in earlier and getting the day going? Yeah, and again, you have to do a lot to be like, what the fuck is going on here? Because we give a lot of leeway and a lot of rope, and a lot of people hang themselves with it.
I have to think that they were just like biding their time, waiting for like the last paycheck for Jordan or something like that, because it was just.
Yeah, I feel like
I
it
had
was a reverse Deloitte situation.
Yeah. They had so many. I had a lot of conversations where I was like, I think I got through to them, and it never.
But they also
not
never
even
really,
once.
like directly responded, being like, "Hey, I understand." What
Yeah,
you're
they
saying."
were
It
just.
was always
like,
kind of like,
they were
"Yeah,
like,
yeah."
yeah, but it was always yeah, but like I see what you're saying, but you have to think about this, and I was like, all right, well, either you're in or out.
I said it earlier with like I always had their back, and then when we were arguing on the couch, and Jordan was like, "You think non-content people can talk to me?" And I was like, "Oh, maybe I have a misread on you."
Yeah, right. That was a weird. Play by them. So we talked actually about the IP last week. I think more often than not, I think it's almost better to give the IP because you're not really going to be able to do something with it.
It's a convoluted issue.
It is. But I think like unless it's a direct competitor situation like Jared, where I understood it, I think
Yeah, that was a no-brainer, no.
right. But I think if it's not like that, it's better for us
Depends
to
the brand.
look good.
Yeah, I mean,
like to be known as like we whether it's benevolent or not, it looks like we care about
Yeah.
people's IP and we'll give it to you on the way
Yeah,
out.
I don't
all
give
that
a
shit.
fuck how we look, to be honest. But where I wonder, we help build up social accounts and all this stuff. You can just probably make that a main, like, just get more eyeballs still seeing stuff that you're gonna promote. And we spent the time and energy to build these, like a social handle up to just give it. It then creates an environment where
Yeah, just
you're encouraging almost.
Yeah.
Now the
can you separate things? Can you do like we keep because you can just change like the social handle to something
Correct,
else.
yeah.
But can you?
Yeah,
we
give-
keep the social, but you get the
the podcast or
yeah.
something. Yeah, we could do that. No, I haven't decided exactly what I'm going to do with it yet. To be honest, I said it to Alex on the phone. I'm like, last conversation, I said, yes, I would give you the IP.
Now.
I am angry now because of this latest incident where it's like, you don't even fucking respond. I think that's insulting, so why would I do you any favors? That's what those fucking the two hippies who did the fashion thing.
Oh, failing.
Larry and James.
Yeah, we were going to give them the IP, and then by accident they left the recording
that's
on.
right, where they were talking
like,
shit.
fuck Barstool and this and that.
Yes.
It's like,
They
fuck you.
published that, right?
Yeah, right,
That was
by
amazing.
accident,
That was an
yeah.
all-time fuck up.
Those two guys, they
The hippies.
they had some pizza guy on their podcast like a couple months ago, just trashing me.
Like a pizza owner?
Yeah, some fucking loser. And then they asked me to come on the podcast. I'm like, you get the pizza guy on with me, and I'll go on the podcast. and then they pussied out like little pussies they are.
Fucking hippies.
Yeah. They're like, oh, so you won't come on? Why am I going to fucking waste a second going on your pod? Get the guy who's talking shit about me that you just sat there and let him talk shit. Get that fat ass on the fucking podcast with me, and I'll go on. Oh, I don't know. We can't do that. How about you? You're a waste of my time.
So, is it safe to say that IP is just be a case-by-case situation forever here?
Yeah. It's an interesting thing because if I'm being truthful, I think they can probably make, they have decent sized socials. If they're concentrating on it, like maybe they can make more money than they're making here because our salespeople aren't concentrating on that. And it's a harder
that
sale.
is the big question.
So it's like,
it's probably like lesser money coming in, but it's all yours, right?
Right.
It's always kind of how I viewed it. And if you
I don't
think
know.
you're getting sold, I mean, look, I do try to think about it from the other side. If I was only here for a couple of years, a lot of shit, people didn't like me, and I'm hearing people like us say, like, our sales team's not selling, I might be like, what am I doing here, you know?
well, yeah, I mean, if they acted like they wanted to be here and didn't do things like that, I probably would have renewed them and given them another shot to increase and build.
Right.
That, to me, was a slap in the face to everybody, not just you. My guess is they'll end up getting it because we're not going to use it, and maybe the social handles we can swap over. We'll see. I got to think.
Yeah, that I feel like is
to her.
pretty transferable. Like if I was following one account and it changed to something somewhat similar, it's whatever.
Pretty sure that's how they got
a
theirs. I
podcast.
think it was
feed.
another Barstool account that switched to me.
Oh, we already did
That's
that.
you,
Yeah.
I feel like that. if I
That
remember
might-
it
You're just
correctly.
making that up?
No, I think I remember that correct because we do that with a lot of shows.
No, I know.
And people were like, "How do they have so many followers already?" And it was like, "Well, because it was already something else."
Yeah, could have been.
Interesting. But
I think of
wasn't, like-
anyone, this would be one where you'd have an argument to keep it, though, because like it's even your name, like you named them, Mean Girls.
Right. Yeah.
How
That
long
whole
was
thing
the
was born out
conversation
of-
with them? Was it like quick? Like they started.
I haven't talked to Jordan yet. I have to do that. I like Alex. Like,
Dude, I mean, there's a time she was fighting and rough and rowdy and shit, and I was like, wow, this
she's
girl,
she's
I totally kind
quite
of misjudged her. I was like,
quite
oh.
confused. I also think she went through some personal life stuff.
Yeah. But again, man,
Yeah.
I mean, we
don't
all,
know.
literally all have gone through it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't really know. Because again, she didn't land here by accident. She really wanted to be here. She really wanted to work for me. She wanted me to like mentor her at one point. So I really thought she got it. And then, you know, I don't know, Keegs killed them? I don't know.
Do you think things would have been different for her if her and Jordan didn't team up as much? Like if Alex
Possibly.
was more her own?
Possibly. Or if I was in the office more, maybe. I don't know. Or Keegs didn't fucking attack him. I don't know.
Would you ever sign one back and not the other?
Yeah.
Champagne over there.
Potentially.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's gonna be some
Plumber
people,
making out in the
there are gonna be some people who are
gross.
very happy.
What are we gonna do on this show the rest of the time? Like, this show's canceled now, I guess.
I mean, but that's part of like the Barstool for, you know, they, even if they weren't doing anything, they were creating content around the office by the controversy, but they clearly weren't ready to be like, all right, yeah, we're back in the mix and go.
It was
at
very bipolar. It was like, I get it, I totally understand, and then nada.
So they're officially done for the time being.
Yeah, they're officially done.
Done,
I
yeah.
wouldn't say time being, they're done.
Yeah.
time.
If they came crawling back, you say no? They were like, never mind, we slept on it, we're so sad, we're so
You say
sad.
never mind.
I don't know. I'd have to see how hard they crawled back or how hard they begged. I don't. That's
Nothing Dave loves better than that.
that's not happening. If you asked me, were they planning on coming back? I probably would have said no, they're not.
Me too.
Because there wasn't much when I talked to Alex.
She was just like, okay.
She was basically like, I get it. So